And welcome to the stream, anime fans everywhere. It is Sunday Anime Chat, and I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. Please call me Pop for short. Today, we will do as we usually do and look at the news of the week, followed up by the last in the Dominion Tank Police series, which is titled Tank S.W.A.T. In this lonely episode, we'll have a watch and see whether it holds up to the rest of the Tank Police history. But without further ado, on we go to News of the Week, courtesy of the Anime News Network. So, let's see what is going on. Undead Unlock TV anime stars Moe Kahara Yuichi Nakamura. New Symphogear project to launch in 2000XX. Okay, so they don't know when, but it's going to launch. Tomomi Miniuchi to quit voice acting on December 31st. Well, that's unfortunate. Says here, the voice of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maids, Iulu, slow starts Iko, and Uma Musume's Ines Fujin. Talent agency I'm Enterprise announced on Sunday that voice actress Tomomi Miniuchi will quit voice acting on December 31st. The agency did not explain Miniuchi's reason for quitting, but assured fans that she will finish all her activities with gratitude and thanks. Miniuchi's fans for supporting her. Miniuchi is known for her roles as Iulu in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Iko Tokura in Slow Start, Ikuwa in A Stab Life, Great Escape, Hanabi Ichijiro in Scarlet Nexus, Alpha in Lapis Relights, Yae Sakura in Yanikiru, Ten Sengoku, Ines Fujin in Uma Musume Pretty Derby, and 45 in Girls Frontline, among others. Okay, well, hopefully there's nothing too bad associated with that, just that she's decided she's had enough voice acting. Fourth Girls und Banza das Finale Films teaser unveils 2023 opening. Gridman Universe Anime Films teaser unveils more cast. March 24th debut. CTW reveals Legend of the Galactic Heroes Rondo of War browser game. CTW, eh? Well, at least it's a browser game and not a cell phone game. Game launches worldwide on G123 online platform in 2023. Oh, good morning, Dragon Ruse. Nice to see you're up and about. Thanks for coming by the stream. Just going over some news here. If you're a Legend of the Galactic Heroes, they have a browser game. CTW announced on Friday that its Legend of the Galactic Heroes Rondo of War HTML5 simulation game is open for pre-registration. The free-to-play game will launch worldwide on CTW's online platform G123 in 2023. The game is commemorating the 40th anniversary of the original novel series. Wow, it's been 40 years. Players can pre-register on the game's website or on Twitter. The game will offer in-game bonuses to players who pre-register. The companies described the game. Legend of the Galactic Heroes Rondo of War is an all-new simulation game where you aim for the top by defeating powerful enemies. Players choose to join either the Galactic Empire or the Free Planets Alliance and throw themselves into the battle for space. Upgrade your arsenal, join epic fights, and race for the top. Charge into the fray against huge enemy forces and collect battleships. The choice is yours. Join our heroes in a new chapter of galactic history. And glory to Wupstotska, Jake D, Comrade Secretary. Nice to see you. Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Dai New These, the new anime of Yoshiki Tanaka's epic science fiction novels, The Legend of the Galactic Heroes, is inspiring a smartphone game titled Ginga Eiyu Densetsu Dai New Saga. The original novel series and the previous 1988 to 2000 anime adaptation already inspired a string of war simulation games for personal computers, consoles, and web browsers since 1988. Couldn't get away from that phone game though, eh? They had to come up with a smartphone game. Sentai Filmworks releases revisions teasing Master Takagi-san, the movie anime, on Blu-ray disc on February 28th. Monster Rancher smartphone game delayed to spring 2023. Another smartphone game. Fitness boxing Fist of the North Star game streams new trailer. This, I think this sounds interesting. You want to get fit, and now it looks like you can do it with like Fist of the North Star characters. The game launches for Switch in Japan on December 22nd, in English in March of 2023. Imagineer began streaming a new trailer for its fitness boxing Fist of the North Star game for Nintendo Switch on Wednesday. The game will launch in March 2023 in English and in Japan on December 22nd. Nintendo describes the game for resolving lack of daily exercise and strengthening your physical strength. You can enjoy authentic exercise in the world of Fist of the North Star without changing the functions of fitness boxing. Familiar characters such as Kenshiro become your instructors. In addition, a new battle mode against rivals has been introduced, allowing you to enjoy the exercise with enhanced action gameplay. Punch your way through the many enemies that stand in your way and aim for victory in the boss battle. The fitness boxing exercise games have players using the Switch's Joy-Con controllers to punch and dodge in sequence like a rhythm game, with one-on-one coaching by instructors. Imagineer published the original game as the Switch's first exercise game in Japan in December 2018 and has since shipped or sold over 1 million copies worldwide. The latest entry in the franchise, Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise, launched in December 2020 with 500,000 copies shipped or sold worldwide in 1 month. The fitness boxing games for Switch inspired the Kimi to Fit Boxing, You and Fitness Boxing television anime series in October 2021. So there you go. If you've seen Fist of the North Star, you can have Kenshiro like yelling at you to get in shape, and you can box right along. That's pretty awesome. I'd definitely pick that up. What they should have done it was for One Punch Man. That way, the main character of that one, I think his name's Saitama, he could have did his, you could do all his exercises to make yourself as strong as One Punch Man. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm the villainous, so I'm taming the final boss. TV anime adds Koki Uchiyama to cast. Spy Family anime casts Ayane Sakura as Fiona Frost. Okay, I haven't gotten up to the second season yet. Dark Horse adds Shinichi Sakamoto's Innocent Manga, The Art of Octopath Traveler's book. Fathom events to screen Shin Ultraman films in US on January 11th, 12th. Fans of Ultraman should be able to see that in the theater. That's pretty good. High Dive reveals 5 winter simulcast anime, including Soon second season Spy Classroom. American Marines and Imperial soldiers didn't fight across the Pacific so that Nintendo could take a giant up on everything we hold dear by making fitness video games. I don't know. If you could, you should check out those fitness games. I would, just to have a look at it. They should get more different. Use a different anime. Azuki licenses Shinsuke Sorata's Natsumi and Natsumi manga. High Card Anime's second video unveils more cast, January 9th debut. J Novel Club releases Goblin Slayer author's new novel Blade and Bastard simultaneously with Japan. J Novel Club produces 9 audiobook versions of licensed titles. Is this what Lieutenant Onada hid in the Philippine jungles for 20 years for? Well, definitely he'd be in shape. I don't think he'd need to have to do any of the fitness video games. But does he have a waifu? J Novel Club licenses 4 new light novels, 3 new manga. J Novel Club announces print publishing partnership with Yen Press. 11 Arts licenses Blue Thermal anime film. It's a film about University Glider Club. Well, that's new. That's something I haven't heard about yet. When you have an anime about a glider club. Film about University Glider Club to have North American premiere at Anime Frontier event in December. 11 Arts announced during its panel at Anime in New York City on Saturday that it was licensed the anime film of Kana Ozawa's Blue Thermal, Eonagi Daigaku Taiku Kai Kokubu Eonagi College Sports Festival Aviation Club manga. The film will have its North American premiere at the Anime Frontier event in Fort Worth, Texas in December. 11 Arts describes the film. I want to experience a love that sparkles. Arriving from Nagasaki with her wishful mantra is Tamaki Suru, who in high school could think only about volleyball. Things didn't begin well, however, when she looks for an extracurricular club to join and proceeds to immediately ding a glider at aviation club tryouts, ending up having to work it off. She's initially disillusioned with campus life. Then Kuramochi, the club leader and glider pilot, takes Tamaki under his wing. I get it, wing. And from the moment he takes her up for a flight in a glider, Tamaki becomes a captive of the vast beauty of the skies. The film opened in Japan on March 4th. You hope he does too after keeping World War II going solo for 20 years. Yeah. The film stars a bunch of these people. 4-member piano rock band She's performed the film's titular theme song, Blue Thermal, and they also contributed the insert song, Beautiful Bird, for the film. The manga run in Shino-chasa's monthly comic Bunch magazine from April 2014 to November 2017. And Shichoyasa published 5 compiled book volumes for the manga. The manga's 5th volume mentions that only the first part of the story has concluded. Ozawa launched a prequel manga titled Blue Thermal, First Flight on the Line manga app in November 2021 and ended it in January. Shinchosha published the manga's 1 compiled book volume on February 9th. So there you go. You want an anime about a glider club? And there you are. Crunchyroll licenses Hell's Paradise, The Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, Yuri Is My Job, more anime. It's good. Crunchyroll, eh? G-Kids licenses Giovanni's Island anime film. Yen Press announces over 24 titles at Anime New York City. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? More Sword Art Online Progressive, Yokohama Station SF, Danmachi, Memoria Freeze, Handyman Saito in Another World, more. Yen Press announced the following new titles at its Anime New York City panel on Saturday. Manga, Sword Art Online. Yokohama Station SF. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Handyman Saito in another world. A reincarnated witch spells doom. Appare Ranman. I want to be a receptionist in the magical world. Magical girl incident. Manner of death. What this world is made of. Me and my beast boss. My dear curse-casting vampires. The essence of being a muse. Higurashi, when they cry, go. Elden Ring, the road to the Erd Tree. Really? They're making Elden Ring manga, eh? Light novels, even if these tears disappear tonight. How to win her heart on the nth try. Maiden of the Needle. My summoned beast is dead. Associate Professor Akira Takasuki's conjecture. Yamihara. The ephemeral scenes of Setsuna's journey. Sketch collection. And then there's Manhwa, Bloody Sweet. Manga with the new edition, Toilet Bound Hanaku-kun. First stall. What the hell? Tuella Magi Suzune Magica, the complete omnibus edition. Light novels with the new edition, A Certain Magical Index, the Old Testament omnibus. Ease Press, a newly formed Korean content imprint from Yen Press that already published Villains Are Destined to Die and The World After the Fall, also announced that it will publish in print the following Korean webcomics. Horizon, a business proposal. And that's it. Okay, next up. High Dive acquires Oshi no Ko Idol anime for 2023. Nice to see that High Dive is doing well, gathering a lot of the shows up. Assassin Anime Buddy Daddy's first full video preview voices unveils more staff. Here's a little bit of sad news. Apparently, voice actor William Frederick Knight passes away. He was the voice of Ghost in the Shell's Aramaki. He was 88. Voice actress Stephanie Shea confirmed on Twitter on Tuesday that voice actor William Frederick Knight has passed away. According to an obituary listing, he passed away on November the 8th. He was 88. Born on December 6th, 1933. Knight was known for voicing older men in anime. He is most well known for his role as Daisuke Aramaki in the Ghost in the Shell franchise, a role he most recently reprised in the second Ghost in the Shell standalone Complex 2045 anime that launched on Netflix in May. His other roles included Danzo in Naruto Shippuden, Gordon Rosewater in The Big O, Kuzemi in Eureka 7, Dr. Schlotba in El Hazard, Kagome's grandpa in Yasahime Princess Half-Demon, and Kenzo in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. He also reprised several of those anime roles in various video games. Denzel, the worst person ever? Yes. When I was watching Shippuden, and I was like, this guy is off his nut. He's just crazy. And then he's got like a bunch of Sharingans in his arms and stuff like that. It's like, what is he doing? That's just crazy, that guy. Anything else here catches my eye for news? We're back to Friday here. Second Sword Art Online progressive film gets North American screenings in February. First film screenings on Crunchyroll next week. Never got into Sword Art Online, so... Trigun Stampede Anime's third promo video reveals 3 more cast members. I'm very wary of Trigun Stampede. It doesn't look anything like the original, so I'm a little bit worried if they're gonna mangle this thing and make it so that it's for modern audiences. We'll have to wait and see. In Whoopstotska, we generally approve of certain measures, but there is such a thing as too much cowbell. Oh yeah, Macross Plus ad. Okay, I'll look to that. Lupin Zero Net Anime cast Tatsuku Hanataka as Lupin. Toho Danmaku Kagura game gets Switch version. Alright. Macross Plus. Oh, and good morning to you, Punkwaddle. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by the old stream here. Just going through our news of the week. And we spotted something exclusive anime limited releases to the Abandoned Sacred Beasts Tonikawa Tokyo Marble Chocolate Blu-ray discs anime vinyl soundtracks in North America. Soundtracks include Ray Zero, Dr. Stone, Little Witch Academia, Macross Plus. For all of us that are Macross fans, that is big news. I have my Macross Plus CD I got years ago. Can't even remember where I picked it up. Might have been down in Washington State when they had one of the very first SakuraCons. When it wasn't called SakuraCon, when it was called BakaCon. Hey, good morning, Godzillionaire. Well, here we are. Europe-based distributor Anime Limited announced on Friday at its Anime New York City panel that it will release the following collector's edition Blu-ray discs and vinyl record soundtracks in North America. Ooh, vinyl. That's excellent. I definitely do love me some vinyl. Collector's edition Blu-ray discs To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. Tonkawa Over the Moon for You. Tokyo Marble Chocolate. And A Place Further Than the Universe. Vinyl, record, original soundtracks. Here we go. Ray Zero, Starting Life in Another World. Dr. Stone. Little Witch Academia. Macross Plus Ultimate Edition, including Macross Plus Original Soundtrack, Macross Plus Original Soundtrack 2, Macross Plus Original Soundtrack Plus for fans only, and Sharon Apple The Cream Puff. I actually have that last one, the Sharon Apple The Cream Puff. I got that on CD as well. Back in the day. The soundtracks will also get releases in Europe and Oceania. The home video releases will be available in the US, Canada, the UK, and Ireland. Anime Limited also revealed an English dub and cast for A Place Further Than the Universe by Sudio Nano. The English dub will have its world premiere at the Anime New York City event on Saturday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Panel Room 4. The company previously announced that it and Big West will release the Macross Plus anime on Blu-ray disc in the US, Canada, and Europe. There you go. Macross fans, rejoice. They will be releasing the anime on Blu-ray disc. And if you have not seen Macross Plus, give it a shot. It's only 4 episodes long. And it's quite well done, I would say, in my humble opinion. Dragon Roo's doing dishes while listening. That's alright. Do you think Japan is selling Gundam models and toys to Americans to fund their real-life Gundams for conquest? Brilliant. Yeah, I could see that. Pretty sneaky. You hope they do the old defect. Rejoice. Yeah, screw you, Harmony Gold. Yeah. Those guys, they did so much damage. I was just so disgusted with them. I was hoping their company would go under. What else we got in news here? A Place Further Than the Universe anime gets English dub. Licorice Recoil anime gets stage play in January. I've heard Licorice Recoil is good, but I haven't seen it yet. Pretty Princess Magical Garden Island game launches in West in spring 2023. Farming simulation game launches for Switch. Okay. For when Woodstoska conquers all, there is a special place in Gulag for Harmony Gold. Ah, yes. Thank you, Jake D. I really think that's a good idea. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean anime trailer previews third final part. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro Second Attack TV anime reveals returning theme song artists. Oh, here we go. You guys might not care about this, but being in Canada, Golden Kamui's Satoru Noda relaunches Supina Marada ice hockey manga in spring 2023. The Hokkaido Shimbun newspaper reported on November 11th that Satoru Noda Golden Kamui will relaunch his Super Marada ice hockey sports manga in Shueisha's weekly Young Jump magazine in spring 2023. The manga is set in Tomakomai in Hokkaido and centers on top ice skater and Olympic hopeful Ro Shirakawa. When a sudden death in the family dashes his Olympic dreams, he meets the Genma brothers and a pair of hockey players who introduce him to a new world of sports on the ice. The manga was Noda's debut work before Golden Kamui. Noda launched the manga in Young Jump in July 2011 and ended it in November 2012. Shueisha published 6 compiled book volumes for the manga. Noda launched the Golden Kamui manga in Shueisha's Young Jump magazine in 2014 and ended it on April 28th. The series inspired an anime and first season premiered in April 2018. The anime premiered its 4th season on October 3rd, but delayed the remaining 7 episodes due to the death of an unnamed main staff member. Amazon Prime is streaming the anime in Japan. Crunchyroll is streaming the anime as it airs in Japan, and is also streaming an English dub. I saw hockey as my Canadian programming taking over. Well, I've been wondering whether they would ever have a hockey anime, and whether they could do it justice. But we'll see. It starts out with a manga. Maybe they'll have an anime. Maybe they'll throw in some famous hockey players. Switch the names around a bit though, so that you don't get in trouble. What do we got here? Ragnar Crimson TV anime reveals main cast, more staff in promo video. Spy Classroom anime's character video highlights Sarah. Yeah, hockey anime, eh? You're getting it, Godzillionaire. That's how we talk. If Beyblade can make tops cool, anime can do anything. That's true. Let it rip, hey? What else we got here? Studio Nut produces Bullbuster, a TV anime premiering in 2023. Bullbuster? I don't know about you guys, but I gotta see what this is all about. Hero Masks Hiroyasu Aoki directs a series about economically legitimate robot hero. Kadokawa revealed on Friday that Bullbuster franchise is getting a television anime adaptation that will premiere in 2023. The franchise will have a stage presentation at the Kitakyushu Pop Culture Festival event on November 27th. Film director Hiroyuki Nakao and PICS are credited with the planning and original work. Manga creator Isaku Kubonuchi, Carol and Tuesday original character design is the original character designer. Hiroyasu Aoki, Hero Mask director, is directing the anime and is in charge of the series scripts at NUT. Takehisa Katagiri, animation director for Fooly Cooly Progressive. Hero Mask is adapting Kubonuchi's designs for animation and is also the chief animation director. Junji Okubo, Overlord Monster Design, is the mechanical designer. The anime stars all of these people. In the anime story, a young engineer named Tetsuro Okino, who has developed the new robot Bullbuster, is transferred to Hato Industries, a company that exterminates harmful animals. There, the company and its president, Koji Tajima, are up against a mysterious life form named Kyoju. As a small business that is always finding itself short of money, Hato must always account for every expense, such as fuel and pilot labor, and of course missed shots are not tolerated. The company is always stuck between their ideals and Kyoju extermination and the reality of the economy. The franchise started out as a concept book released at the Comic Market, Comiket, and Komita events. The book centers on the concept of this is an economically legitimate robot hero story. Staff members on the project include Nakao Kubonuchi, science fiction writer Yuya Takashima, and Okubo. Kadakawa has published 2 novels in the franchise. Nakao is credited with the original work, and Seiji Ibihara penned the novels. Well, there you go. It's going to be like, a mecha show, but watch your shots and stay on budget. Fair point. Yeah. G Gundam Season 2 Neo Russia would have Hockey Gundam. DKGB Gundam. Kind of like to see that. The Neo Wupstotsuka Gundam would win the tournament, though. It'd be a complex story that most can relate to. I hope so. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale Anime's video reveals more cast. January 6th debut. Liar Liar Anime's teaser reveals main cast, staff, 2023 TV debut. Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts anime video reveals more cast. April 2023 premiere. Oh man, game director Yuji Naka arrested for insider trading? What? Anybody heard about this yet? Naka arrested for purchasing shares in Dragon Quest Tact developer Aiming prior to game's announcement. The Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office arrested game programmer and director Yuji Naka on Friday on suspicion of insider trading or selling stocks on the basis of non-public information. The arrest is connected with Thursday's arrest of former Square Enix employee Taisuke Sasaki and his acquaintance Fumiyaki Suzuki. Sasaki and Suzuki allegedly invested in the company Aiming after they learned that it was developing the Dragon Quest Tact smartphone game in collaboration with Square Enix. According to the public prosecutor's office, Naka allegedly purchased 10,000 shares of Aiming for 2.8 million yen, about $20,000 US, in late January 2020 before the announcement of Dragon Quest Tact. In comparison, Sasaki and Suzuki allegedly purchased about 162,000 shares of Aiming for a total of about 47.2 million yen, about $337,000 US dollars prior to the game's announcement. Naka joined Square Enix in January 2018. Naka resigned from Square Enix at the end of April 2021. He had stated at the time that he could not explain the reason for the resignation, but would talk about it publicly when the time came. Naka revealed on April 28th earlier this year that he had filed a lawsuit against Square Enix for supposedly removing him as the director of the Balan Wonderworld game 6 months before the game launched. Naka worked for 22 years at Sega. He is the former head of the Sonic team and lead programmer for the original Sonic the Hedgehog games for Sega Genesis. He also worked on such games as Nights into Dreams and Phantasy Star Online while at Sega. Naka is the president and CEO of the Prop game development company, which he founded in 2006. After leaving Sega, at Prop, he worked on such games as Fishing Resort, Buddy Monster, and Legend of Coin. Well, you gotta be careful. You don't want to start doing like stuff like that. That's too sketchy. Insider trading, buying stuff before it gets released to the public. That's not good. Accounting anime, fill out your timesheets. And it might be stressful. You don't want the guy to get fired going over a budget. Yep, exactly. Is that bad? Need to make a few calls? Insider trading is only bad if an outsider does it. Okay. So I have to be in the Senate. Yeah, crazy. You figure a guy that has that much notoriety, you should be able to do stuff. Even if you're not supposed to, you should be able to do it on the sly without, it's just not right. Junji Ito Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre anime video reveals more cast. New Yokai Watch TV anime gets theatrical anime special on January 13th. You too would like to be above the law. Or would you want to be like above the law, or do you want to be like Judge Dredd and I am the law? Oh yeah, here it is. 2 Square Enix employees arrested for insider trading. Man arrested for threatening comic market. This sounds kind of crazy. See what you guys think of this. Man arrested for threatening comic market. Man claimed sewage facility would explode if event was not cancelled. Tokyo Metropolitan Police arrested a 21-year-old unemployed man named Haruto Yomogita from Aoba, who had sent an email saying that a sewage facility in Taito would explode if the Comiket 100 event in Tokyo was not cancelled. He had also obstructed the work of police officers through his threats. The suspect has remained silent. According to the police, the Tokyo government had previously received numerous threatening emails from a man with the same name as Yomogita, demanding that the state funeral of the late Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe be cancelled. Police are investigating. Abe passed away after being shot while giving a speech in the city of Nara on July 8th. Comiket 100 took place on August 13th to 14th. It started at 10:30 a.m. instead of the usual 10 a.m. Comic Market 100 drew about 170,000 people across both days, and the organizers are limiting the number of attendees due to the current COOF situation. Only about 85,000 attendees were allowed per day, with only about 10,000 circles, collaborative creative groups allowed to participate per day. Okay, so did the sewage facility explode if the event wasn't canceled? Did it? Why would it explode? Like, you got to go into more detail. You can't just claim things will happen. Oh yeah, the sewage facility will explode. Well, what do they do there? Like, I've worked in waste management. I know what happens at a wastewater treatment plant. The only way things explode there is if you start firing up torches where there's gases. So it's not going to be because the demand is too much. Like get your head on straight. It sounds like he's not. He doesn't have a leg to stand on as far as saying things like that. To me, anyway. Okay. What else we got here? Sonic Prime 3D animated series trailer preview story characters from new universe. Did the Wolf Brigade? You have the right to remain silent, but I want to hear you scream. Yeah, the Wolf Brigade, they're like sewers and bombers. You've worked at landfills, it's about the same. Yeah, exactly. So Punkwaddle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I worked at a landfill too, and it's like, yeah. So, I don't get it. Oh well. Maybe they'll have more on the... You woke up late? Good morning. Hey, Alex Moore. Welcome. We're just going through our weekly news here. Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel Northern War anime reveals more cast. January 2023 debut. Where are we at here? Wednesday? Katakawa unveils Gamera Rebirth Project. Well, there you go. If you're a fan of kaiju, Here's something about Gamera. He was more of, as from what I've seen of Gamera movies, he's more of a protector of Japan rather than a destroyer. Anybody can please correct me if I'm wrong. Netflix to stream new work in giant monster franchise worldwide. Kadokawa announced on Thursday that it's producing a new work in the Gamera giant monster franchise titled Gamera Rebirth. The work will stream on Netflix worldwide. Kadokawa did not reveal the format of the new work, but Kadokawa's anime YouTube channel is streaming the below teaser trailer. The project will have a scale figure display at the Tamashii Nation 2022 event, which will take place from Friday to Sunday. The project's visuals will also appear on the Toyoko train line, Shibuya Superboard in Tokyo, and the Umeda Big Men billboard in Osaka. The giant fire-breathing turtle monster Gamera made his debut in Daiei's 1965 film Daikaiju Gamera the Giant Monster. Daiei intended the film to compete with Toho's similar smash hit giant monster movie Godzilla. The 12th and most recent film in the franchise was Chisaki Yusha Itachi Gamera the Brave in 2006. And there you go. The Turtle. Yes, Jake D. The Turtle. The most outstanding news is hockey anime manga. Hey. I was just, it piqued my interest. Screw Attack had a death battle episode, Gamera versus Godzilla. Oh, wow. I can't remember if those two have fought one another. They must have, in all the years they've been out. Let's see. Amazon to lay off about 10,000 employees? Really? You know it's getting to Christmas time, right? You usually don't lay off people when it's getting towards Christmas time, Amazon. Because that's usually your busy time. All right. Well, I just have to see what's going on here. Layoffs in corporate technology jobs, including Amazon Devices organization Alexa. Really? Amazon has been laying off employees this week, and it's reportedly planning to lay off 10,000 people in corporate and technology jobs. This includes the Amazon Devices organization Alexa, retail division, and human resources. The number, 10,000, represents about 3% of Amazon's corporate employees and less than 1% of its global employees. Sales trends for the holidays are gravitating towards brick-and-mortar retail shops over online retails. Really? We've been told for years that more people are going away from brick-and-mortar stores and going online. But people are going back to the brick-and-mortar stores? I mean, good for them. Earlier this year, Amazon raised the annual subscription price of its Amazon Prime service from US $119 to $139, and its monthly subscription price from $12.99 to $14.99. The company plans to triple the amount of original shows and movies that that debut on Amazon Prime Video streaming service. Amazon revealed in its fourth quarter earnings report that it earned $137.4 billion in quarterly revenue, an increase of over the previous year's $125 billion. The company report profits of $14.3 billion, almost double the previous year's profits. They're not hurting, so yeah. Maybe make better content as well. Stop destroying Lord of the Rings with your interpretation. So, yeah. Okay, Amazon. Let's see. Anything else? Lionsgate acquires live-action Streets of Rage film. Okay, yeah, Streets of Rage. That's been a while. Elon opened the floodgate. Work from home ending. Layoffs everywhere. I guess, eh? Sure, it has nothing to do with the show that cost over $1 billion. Right, yeah. Why are you guys raising prices? No reason. Oh, okay. How come you're, who's watching your Rings of Power film? Nobody. The Green Ranger's dead. Jason dead. Really? Is that what that is? I saw it was trending on Twitter and I was like, okay, why is he trending on Twitter? We're getting towards the end here of any kind of news that piques my interest here. Hey, Ace Angler Fishing Spirits game gets manga. There you go. Fishing manga. Yeah, you're shocked, eh, Jake D? And is it? Yeah, Alex is right. Is it confirmed? And there are tweets from the Black Ranger and his personal trainer that make it sound real. Huh. Well, I don't know how we would confirm that. If it's on Twitter, it's hard to believe that place. Just give me a second here and I'll have a look. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait for an official announcement. Because weren't they doing that to that TV, that late night host? What the hell is his name again? They were doing like R.I.P. I can't remember his name. Goes to show how much I watch the guy. I could care less, but they had that trending for a little bit there, and he was like writing to Elon on Twitter. He's like, "Hey, can you fix this? People are saying I'm R.I.P." and it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the way. If he's passed on, he brought a lot of people liked his performance as the Green Ranger. A lot of you guys are all Power Ranger fans from back in the day. Something you grew up with. That was definitely a fun show. I was a little. It wasn't in my demographic when it came out. I was already in my early 20s. Although the Pink Ranger, damn, Amy Jo Johnson, she was just so adorable, and still is. If you watch her on, she's part of that S.W.A.T team show, and she is damn tiny. Holy! But as things go, we'll move along here. The main event today, after our news here, the last of the Dominion Tank Police sequels. It's called Tank SWAT 01. And it is just a one-off 30-minute OVA And it wasn't reviewed very well, or people did not really care for it too much. Most of the things, I think, is because it was a full CGI show or episode. And that can turn people off a bit if you're watching it and it's quite startling to what it was originally, having watched the previous two, which were all hand-drawn animation. But we've got it here. And, oh, no. Come on now. There we go. So as you can see, it starts out. And you can see right away it's, it's all CGI. And it takes place in, once again, Newport City at the Network Technologies Corporation, which is surrounded by the police. And there's our main character, Leona Ozaki. She is now the captain of her squad. So, unfortunately, from the other series, we don't have any Brenton or the chief of police, any other familiar characters that were part of her squad. They're not there anymore. It's just her. I don't even see Al anymore. But they do have the Puma sisters, which is Anna and Uni. And the one girl on the right, that's not a Puma sister. That's her. I think that's her friend Asada. And they are looking for stolen stuff that terrorists stole from the police. And they are just confirming that these are exactly the files that were stolen. And they're like, yes, it is. And they are getting ready to head back down. And they are going to a little bit of delay here as it catches up. But apparently now cyborgs are quite commonplace now, and it's hard to tell who is a cyborg and who isn't. So what happens is a bunch of enemy tanks infiltrate, and they want these files that the police have. And so it turns into a tank battle, as you can see. There we go. And then we finally get to the title screen, Dominion Conflict. Original work by Shiro Masamune. So here they come. And these guys are going to decimate the police. So it's up to Leona and her crew to take down these tanks. And they are running around, causing so much damage and destruction. Until Leona decides They have to bring down the entire giant chandelier on the enemies. But there is one cyborg who is just going to casually walk in. And as it moves along here, as he walks in with his golf club, but he is going to go and grab those files. So what happens is Asada gets a collar, an exploding collar wrapped around her neck. And now she has 29 minutes and 29 seconds to get the proper key to fit it. Otherwise, it will explode. And this fella has the key. He wants a fair trade. Trade me the files, and I'll give you the key. So now it's a race against time. So he's going to quietly walk up there now, confidently that he will make it. So now they have to figure out what to do. How can they defeat this guy and get Asada back without handing over the files? So here we go, as he makes his way upstairs. So the commissioner that Leon has been listening to doesn't want her to make any sudden moves or do anything that will put those files in danger. But she knows that she has to do something. It's her squad mate, after all. You have to try to save your squad mate. So she's not going to listen to this guy. How can you? So he's ready to resign himself that, okay, I've lost an officer on this one, and everyone else is going to accept it, but nobody else is going to accept it. So they got to make up a plan. They got to have a plan. And I think Leona is going to come up with one. But he doesn't seem fazed by any of this. He's going to just keep doing what he's doing. He says he has the key to it. Key to the collar, and he is going to just walk right up and grab his files. So now they have a key. And apparently androids can't lie. I guess it goes against their programming, but that's what he's been saying this entire time as he's been talking with them, is that, oh no, I can't lie. So she's ready to throw that case of files out the window. Is this like the test that Deckard gave? You know what? Maybe. He doesn't want her to do anything rash, so he's just, like you said, he'll trade the card for the bag. And he tells her that the cops have already written her off, so she still has faith in Leona, though. So they are going to... He's going to make an exchange. Until Leona gets her tank raised up by a helicopter to the right level. And she sends over one of the Puma sisters to help out. And the cops show up at the top here, so it's a big standoff now. We've got the android fella. We've got one of the Puma sisters. And the cops. And they're waiting. Time is running out. He puts some doubt into their mind about the loyalty of the Puma sisters. And then they decide, well, the commissioner, who's not very smart, turns on her. Just because he doesn't trust androids. We got, what, 1 minute and 12 seconds to go. And she asks for proof of the card, whether it will work, and it does. We've got 59 seconds. They throw the bag in there. She takes a tumble out the window. The Puma sister grabs her in the midair, uses the card, opens up the collar, while he's distracted, Leona has a clear shot, and she fires the tank. Her friend gets caught, and he is lying in a slump against the wall. And the other cops that are there turn on the commissioner and are like, how dare you try to sacrifice one of our people? And they give him a good beating. And they figure out that, yes, the card was an empty card after all. And that is it. That was it wasn't that great of an episode. I don't know whether it was the CGI that turned me off of it, but it was nice having an updated story, but like I say, the look of it wasn't that great. I could see why they only did the one, but it was only so, I'd say, as far as shows go. Don't worry about seeing this one. You can just watch the first two series, Dominion and New Dominion. The last one, the only reason I did is because it was connected to the other two. I just wanted to see what it was like for something that was made in 2006. So yeah, don't worry about seeing it. I think if they would have done it maybe in hand-drawn animation, it might have looked a little better. It was just the CGI just looked a little too jarring for me. So, as far as that goes, catching up on what I am watching right now, I have to catch up in Akiba Maid War, Futoku no Guild, Henkall Season 2, Let's Meet at the Sea. I'm really liking that. I'm on the second, I finished the second episode. One Piece, I'm still at Fishman Island. I still have to restart that again because I spent a lot of time on Gundam Wing this past couple of weeks. You're behind 2 days on shows? Yeah. Reincarnated as a Sword, I'm caught up in. I'm really enjoying that one. That's a very good show as far as I'm concerned. It's very enjoyable. Shinobi no Otoki, probably gonna end up dropping that one. It's unless something happens that's done really, really good. I mean, it's not grabbing me like other shows have in the past. You think you started 1 to 2 episodes on Gundam Wing? Well, that's good. Okay, see you around, Dragon Ruse. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. You were working on Victory Gundam at the time. Victory Gundam. Okay. Yeah, finishing up all of Wing and Endless Waltz I finished yesterday. So that was all right. It's just, for those of you that haven't seen, or maybe you have seen Endless Waltz, one thing I was talking to my wife about, I'm like, why are they listening to a 10-year-old? Like all these soldiers and everything, we're watching it, and I'm like, anybody? Like, does nobody have like a bit of common sense there to speak up and say, we're listening to a 10-year-old, right? We don't have to listen to Marimea. But nope, nobody said it. You still haven't watched Victory Gundam or Gundam X. Well, that's alright, Punkwaddle. There's time. Endless Waltz is fun. Yeah, it wraps it up in a pretty nice little bow. Having sort of the storylines wrapped up. But yeah, I thought it was quite, it was funny to me that it's like, why is everybody listening to this girl? She's supposedly the daughter of Treize Kushrenada, and they're just going to be like, yep, we're following her. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I thought that was funny. Okay, coming up. You do like the redesigns as well? You want a Glory of Losers anime so I can see those versions in action? Okay. I did like the Gundam mech designs were pretty awesome, especially Heavy Arms. That was a pretty sweet looking setup he's got with like 4 Vulcan cannons. Just packing the firepower. Now, why don't they put those in the Gundam Evolution game? Like, why not? You've got a lot to draw on. Get some of those mechs in there. And really, where's the beam swords? Why don't we do some good hand-to-hand or some good melee with the beam sword? That's what I think, anyway. Hey, hello, Nerdporial. Nice to see you. Your childhood, you're heartbroken? Yeah, about the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank. That is some sad news, all right. Everyone who grew up with the Power Rangers. Oh yes, and you're going to have a birthday stream today, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right, Nerdporial? Sounds like a fun time. I should be able to pop in. And yesterday was Pacific 4-4. He had his 3-year anniversary. That was a fun time. I stuck around a bit. Wished him a happy anniversary. So yeah, I definitely want to find out some more information on this Green Ranger. Oh, no. I don't know how much we can trust TMZ. Yeah, here it is on TMZ. Like I say, how much we can trust these guys, I don't know. 49. The guy was as old as I am. You were waiting for TMZ to do it, since multiple family, friends, and ex-workers confirmed it? Okay. Yeah. Jason David Frank is best known as Tommy Oliver from the original run of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers franchise, dating back to the kids' series debut in 1993, when he was introduced as one of the 6 crime monster fighting superheroes, masked head to toe with kung fu skills. Fans will remember he started out as Green Ranger in Season 1, introduced at first as an enemy of the Power Rangers, only to do a 180 and become good. After his powers starting to deteriorate, however, he turned into the White Ranger and tapped as the new leader of the group. Frank started one of the leads for 3 seasons, totaling 123 episodes. Went on to reprise his role as Tommy in several adaptations of Power Rangers, including Wild Force, Turbo, Zeo, Dino Thunder, Megaforce, Ninja Steel, Hyperforce, and more. He's been a Red Ranger, Black Ranger, Green Ranger, and new. JDF is a fan favorite Power Ranger, which is why he's returned to the franchise time and again. His on-screen fighting abilities translated into the real world. He's a professionally trained MMA brawler who was well versed in everything from Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and others. He fought professionally for a time from 2008 to 2010, survived by his 4 children. Jason's rep Justine tells TMZ, please respect the privacy of his family and friends during this horrible time as we come to terms with the loss of such a wonderful human being. He loved his family, friends, and fans very much. He will truly be missed. He was 49. And yes, if you or someone you know is thinking of self-deletion, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. Yeah, this is terrible. This is something that you don't ever want to see from anyone. All life is precious and shouldn't be dismissed so easily. So sad and hurt by this? Yeah. You watch some of the first seasons of the Power Rangers after school? Yeah. Yeah, I remember it being on. I think I'd watch it on the weekends. I think that's when they had it on. That opening was so catchy. The guitar riff and everything that they'd come in with. And yeah, that was just a killer beat to it. But yeah, that's every day after the episode you reviewed it at school. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's very sad. Not something you ever like to see. Well, this is quite the downer on this stream. Really don't have much to lighten the mood, but if you guys know anyone that's struggling, make sure you try to get them help. There's always help out there for everyone. I think in this day and age now, I think we need that more than ever, as people struggle with having, thoughts like that. They don't want to carry on any further. But I say, don't let people that are in charge, don't let them win by deleting yourself. You have to keep yourself around. You have people that will love and support you. And, you have to get the help that you need. I think that's important. Yeah. And with that, everyone, I am going to call it a stream. I would just like to thank everyone for coming by. It was very nice to see everyone. that was able to make it. I always have a good time whenever you guys show up. Jake D, always good to see you. Dragon Ruse, Punk Waddle, I like it when you show up. I always like seeing your stuff too on Floral from Under a Rock. Godzillionaire, it's always good fun chatting with you as well. Alex Moore, appreciate you coming by. It's always a fun time when you guys stop by. Great to see you all. Please leave a like. Spread the word if you can. You know, tell everybody there's this wacky industrial mechanic on here, and he plays games and reviews anime and talks about industrial mechanic-y stuff. Yeah, you're right, Punkwall. It has been a good chat. And the holidays can be hard on people, so try to be kind when you... Yes. You know, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I was coming out of a Home Depot there, and it snows here, right? So there's snow on the ground, and it's difficult for people to push carts through the snow. So I was coming out. I didn't have a cart, but I had something under my arm there. I think plungers or something. Anyway, I come out and I see this fella. He's trying to push his cart through the snow, and he's having a hard time. So, and he was a bit smaller in stature than myself. So, not that I'm a huge guy or anything, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to help this guy out. So he's pushing away, and I come up beside him, and I put my hand on his cart, and I say to him, okay, let's give this thing a push. And I just helped him push it through the snow so he could get it to his car. And, you know, he looked back and he's like, hey, thanks. I'm like, not a problem, buddy. You know, just little things like that, helping somebody out, right? And then a lady made mention of it too as she was leaving. She's like, you know, that was very nice of you. I'm like, yeah, you know, got to help out sometimes, you know? So just stuff like that. Little things. Hold doors for people, you know? If you see somebody struggling, give them a hand. Help them out. You know, we don't need to struggle in this world, you know? It doesn't cost anything to help somebody out. Just little things like that. And especially, like Punkwaddle says, the holidays are coming up. Christmas can be a tough time for everybody. Everyone, you know, you look out there and you see everyone having fun and everything and enjoying the holiday spirit. And, you know, you might be alone or something tragic has occurred. And, you know, just do your best. Do your best to be kind. And it'll come back to you. There's always that karma. And so, you know, I'll get off my soapbox now. That's enough from me. You know. Anyway, there's some other channels out there to visit as well, besides my own. I appreciate you guys coming by, but check out guys like the Pacific 414 or Blaine's Escape Corner or Channel 66. There's DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon the Anime Guy. There's their Nerdporeal Lifeform. And as I said before, Punk Waddle from Floral from Under a Rock. You know, I like watching all those puppets. Well, that's a fun time. I'm also out there. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Bitchute. I'm on Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. And yes. Once again, I much appreciate everyone coming by. I will be on Tuesday for Trades Talk Tuesday. And next week on Saturday, we'll be continuing with Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance. And on Sunday will be, once again, Sunday Anime Chat. I haven't decided on what anime show, so if anyone has a suggestion, you know, shoot me a mail or a comment or whatever you think I should have a look at. I'll pick something. Maybe from the 80s or 90s, something that no one has seen in a while. And hopefully it'll be something people would want to pick up on. But until then, I've been your host, Pop Culture Mechanic, and I am signing off.